Hey guys, it's Jeff and you're watching Valley Fish. We got some plecos we got to move today. We got to clean out a hanger breeder box right there. And that's what we're going to use to seed one of the summer tubbing tubs. So let's get into it. Alright, so I looked back on the Instagram and was able to determine that I got these Super Reds on February of 2020. That's my female. And my male's in here. They're short fin. They got a little bit of dark, but they're not bad. And this is the first batch that they've ever had. I'm gonna try. Hey there, the little wigglers right in the back of the cave. There's probably about 10. We're not gonna make that 2 minnows first time, but we will when we move them. Because in this tank, I had sent Adonis catfish that were out there, out feeding, and now they're hiding. But I don't want them to be snacks to them little catfish, so, or the guppies. So, panda females can be really super aggressive, and there's one in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull that cave, flush out the babies, hopefully leave dad and return him, and they'll repeat the process. Back out. So this is a hang-on breeder box that I got and I tried, and it does pretty good. It's got a little trickle. It's on low right now, and it's on a Blue Dream shrimp tank with a few plecos. Actually, before we walk around to the other side, that's where the sunlight is, and that's where they like to be. So this is the same tank. You can see there's all the Blue Dreams or Blue Velvets, probably a little closer grade. They need a lot of work, but we'll get there. And I started this line out with just a handful of like 2-year-old shrimp because they weren't breeding in the old house. And obviously they're breeding here, so they just need worked. And that's all of the muck that's settled out that's gonna seed one of my totes. So I'm gonna get in here with a hose and siphon all that out. There's a few snails and a few shrimp up in there, but all that's gonna end up in the tub. Well, I wish I would have been able to catch that on video, because it looks like coffee. And it actually made quite the cyclone, but we're gonna let it fill up and we'll do it one more time. But we pretty much got all of it. There's a shrimp or two running around in there. Alright, we're back up at the tubs. All that muck and mulm come out of that hang-on back. This is gonna be the first tub that gets seeded. So it looked all nice and clear, and then it will not anymore. Was a couple shrimp that were in the bucket, and they all look to see that they are not no more, so they'll be in the pond for the summer. Try and catch them out, and that is how I cycle my tubs for the most part. So we got a few more to do. This one I actually talked about. I had to get a new drain. I did that today. It's just still wet right below it, so even though it's not dripping a lot, it's still a problem. So we're gonna change that out in the next couple days. Yeah, all the other ones look good, and we go from nice clean, basically just tap water with a lot of dog hair in it. That's weird. Lily, my puppy, this one, she is in everything. Are you in everything you're not supposed to? Yeah, oh, it's okay, fishy. But that's gonna look good. That'll all settle out at the bottom, and promote some beneficial bacteria. I do the sticks because I get squirrels and other critters that climb in the totes every once in a while, birds, and we think we burnt this one, but we'll get another one. But they're just good to have because, yeah, things that go into the toast that aren't supposed to, frogs, and gives them a way to go out. This is going to be a little side note, but this is kind of my little plant collection. The last thing of dirt I got, it had little teeny tiny mites in it. They don't harm the plants at all, but they are annoying. So when I was up at the totes, I got the first ladybug that I've seen of the year. And from what I've seen, other people that do plants, put your ladybug on your plants, and they eat all the little pests. And so it should just stay right here in these plants and do really good. And of course the girls are like, "What are you doing?" They're like, we want that ladybug. So that was kind of fun. It's cute. And it'll hopefully eat all the little gnats that I got. But anyways, that is my window. Really liking this one. And I think this is my favorite. First, whoop, there's the new leaf. It's called the Black Arrowhead. Super cool. And it's continuing around. And we're doing succulent propagation in all 3 containers. But we might get into that another day. Let me know if you want to see that. I know it's not fish related, but it sure is fun. Because like all of these were started as a single leaf. So super fun. Alright, well, just pulled out the Pleco Cave. The male is still in it. So with any luck, you will see some eggs flush out. Or I guess they're wigglers at this point. There's some sand. The one shrimp that was left in there is going crazy. There's 2 wigglers, 3 wigglers. I'm not sure if they're picking up. I think there's about 10. Alright, so you can see what I'm doing. Just flushing them guys in there. I'm gonna put the camera down and check to see how many's left. And a goal is I want to leave Dad in the cave, so that worked out well. They all seem to be coming out. Just got in the mail today my last tissue culture from somebody else. What does this do? It like sat in here like that. Like I was like, whoa, it got stuck in the mailbox. So hopefully it's good because it's got this nice wrapping, but that's worthless. I even got this visiting moss that has done nothing but just be little fluff balls in the bottom of the tank. And it is actually growing. I gave up on this moss, that's why I dumped the other moss in there, but almost a week without light and it's a lot happier. I think this one was the Christmas moss or something, so it should be pretty easy to tell the difference because it looks way different. Alright guys, well, right now we are back in the old fish house. I got 3 Japan blues, I think 3 or 4. I think there's a couple male and a female. I wasn't able to catch them, so at some point I'll make time to catch those. Probably when I'm mowing in a day or 2. This is 29. I'm going to break this down. This was the Nebula steel tank that had all kinds of corkscrew valve and jungle valve, and well, I wasn't living here, so I turned the thermostat down and I actually put cardboard in behind the tank so it didn't get the direct light. And the old really crappy T5 really ain't doing nothing. It'd rebound because there's still some plants. I think next few days I'm gonna drain this tank down. Hopefully my old back is capable of lugging it home, and then we'll just refill it. Because I took some fry out of there and tried adding them into a 20 with the females, and not very many fry made it. So that was was actually a really bad deal. So sharks moved. That's been empty for a long time. So that's it. That's here. But I'm in the process of catching some koi guppies. These were a backup just in case, you know, something hit the fan. So I'm going to flip you over and show you. Alright, there's a lot of clutter. I'm going to end up draining all this, but got the hiccups now. Of course I do. This was the backup line. They're basically, there's some decent one, some older fish. These guys are going to go into the pond, the first pond. So that's why you're seeing them now. And I'll go through, and there's a few coals in there. Every once in a while this line throws some that I think are blind, like this one. But we'll fish them out, and then we'll kind of make like a summer coal tub. And again, just they needed a place, and that'll be a great place for them. And then we'll probably take them to the pet store at the end of the summer or something, or maybe pick out the good ones. Who knows? But that's where they're going to go. It'll help me out because I don't have a tank space for them, and I'm tired of stopping every few days. So I got an air pump up here that's dying. That's probably drowning me out. But I'm going to pick up all these fake plants. Like this one here might go into a tub just for cover for fry. There's some wood pieces and caves I need out of here, but the tank's just going to let it dry out, and I'll leave it here, but I will eventually move it someday. I hope to expand a little bit. So going to be catching some plecos in here. This is my albinos, so they'll be coming too. So basically the goal of today is just drain this tank. That's a really nice filler. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that, but that's an aqua clear seeded. It'll go somewhere. Well, it's story time. This little doggy was left alone, not being watched for an hour in the yard. And what did she decide to do? What got you all wet? Well, that's the bucket of koi that are going up. I got to switch into my boots. But she has a funny story about how when the girls came home, she was soaking wet because she's still wet on her butt. She was playing in my tote. Yeah, and when I say she was playing in the tote, getting the boots on now. Yeah, I haven't been up there yet, so that will be exciting to see what a mess she made. So, it's been 2 days since the last time I recorded. Thanks for bumping. Yeah, he's a little sweetheart when nobody's not watching you, huh? So I get in trouble. Well, anyways, yeah. So, haven't been up there. We'll see. I assume there's a lot of water. And I was surprised because it's probably waist high on me. She's not going to drown. And obviously she can jump in there, so she could probably jump back out. So, and when she can go another foot or so up above the rim. So hopefully she doesn't eat my guppies because she decided to pick out my little temperature duck and destroy that after 1 day in there. So I'll start recording again when we get up there, and we'll see what's going on. Alright, well, what's interesting is this tote finally stopped dripping, but I think it might just be because the water level's lower. That was the one that was the bad drain. But I see lily hair all over in this one. I see lily hair all over in this one. There's lily hair in this one. And there's a lot of lily hair on the top of the water of this one. Now this one's dirty because I added all that mulm basically out of the hang on back. But when I say dirty little feet prints. So don't know. I have nowhere to put these koi other than this tote because I was expecting them to go in there today. I don't know. So I think I'll get a net before I add them, and I'll skim all the surfaces, and I think I'll do that. I think I'll skim them up. If she continues to play in them, I got that pile of wood fence I can put up at some point, but it's gonna be not cool, but a lot of rain. We're gonna get like 2 inches of rain the next week. So I might just do this as like a trial run and kind of see what happens. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll hide the fish, go get a net, skim the tops, and go from there. So there'll be updates. Such a sweetheart little dog, but she is a rotten little hole digging monster. So yeah, and these toads have been up here all year and she ain't mess with them, but fill them full of water and she is excited. So always something, right? All right, I'll update you guys as I make stuff. So thanks for watching. All right, well, the temperature is actually really good compared to where the tote water is in the bucket, just based on my finger. I'm gonna trickle in some new water. Their water is really mucky because I tried adding a seated sponge filter when I was moving them. I had a 30-minute ride. So anyways, we'll add some new water slowly, and then I'll give you like a release video as long as it doesn't tip over, but we'll let them soak for a little bit. I might hear Lily make a noise, so I have to see what she's doing. Trying to eat my net again. Alright, a little bit more to go in this video. Alright, they've been soaking a little bit, and the water they're in is not probably the greatest, so I want to get them out, get them some fresh. All that gunk from the sponge filter will actually help cycle this tank. Just gonna let them go. These ones don't have the greatest red of the nose, that's why they were left behind as a backup. So they are kind of like a mediocre line. Now the males are great. Some of the males I actually colored up really nice, but like I said, this is kind of a plan B tote. But had nowhere to go with these guys, and now they get to spend the summer out here. And I'll probably go through and pick out some bad ones and kind of try and cull it, but get the rest of those snails out, and hopefully they do really well. I'll be updating, and I gotta pick some snails, and they all seem to be doing good. Probably give an update in a day or two. And this is the intake sponge from that 55 that all these koi came from. So we use that to cycle this next coat, and hopefully you stay out of it. Probably grab that and wring it a little bit. That worked out well. That's good. We'll go to this one too. Oh, we're not going to use this one. We got to drain it. So we'll do this one. Get it going. Get a nice squeeze. Get all that beneficial bacteria out. Just in case you're new to the channel, I did drill a hole right above the top rail. Then on the inside, there's this stainless steel screen that slides over the hose. And as long as Lily leaves those alone, the guppy fry and guppies won't get washed out when we get big rains. So been doing that for a few years with these, and it worked really, really well. So this one, this sponge, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I wanted to leave it in here, but I don't want her to chew it up because it's a good sponge, and when I'm setting up new tanks, I'm just going to use it. I don't know. Maybe prop it up on the log. I don't know. I'll just let it float to the bottom. That's where it's going to end up anyways, right? Well, that one is seated. This one, I think we're still going to change the drain even though it's not dripping right now. And this one looks like a big dust cloud rolling in. So, sun's just about going down. I hate to blind you. I'm going to eyeball it in about an hour. So, You know, a lot of sun, got a lot of sun. Those two look like they're gonna be pretty good in the shade compared to these two. So I got a little bit of brushes that are kind of growing. They'll probably help block that in the future if I don't chop them down, but that's where we'll be on sun. So last hour or two of the day will be a scorcher for the totes, but it'd be all right. I realize this is going to be the most chopped up video ever, but it's just little snips here and there. So please stand by, but I'm going to show you the plecos that I brought out of that 55. Yeah, they all are. It was everything that was kind of just colony bred in the 55. I think this one here's a girl, but I think the rest might be boys or unsexed. So there's one long fin boy, so I'll probably put those long fin boy and girl together in a tank and figure out what to do with the rest of the short fins. Well, one other note I wanted to point out on this monster: don't you touch my net. There's a handful, probably like a golf ball size hair in each of them. But I know she wants her own pool, which she has her own pool and she doesn't even play in it. It's a 55-gallon Rubbermaid tub. But I also stuck this up there. That's the fish food. And you know, there's bird poop on it now, but somebody's been playing in it. So I'm guessing that was probably her, maybe not. But I hid it because Scarlett was really bad about taking it. I don't know. It's always something up here, it seems like. I don't even know where to hide it. I guess there. We'll put it over there between the two totes. But anyways, she does have her own pond. I just wanted to state that. And all she ever does is drop her ball in it and maybe put her front feet in it. So maybe she doesn't like water, and maybe she'll stay out, but judging by all the hairballs, I'm guessing it's going to be a problem. Chewing on my net? Yeah.
Yeah, sweetheart, but you're so naughty. Yeah, say I'm naughty. I'm sorry.
I think I told you guys about half a dozen times that thanks for watching, and neighbor dog never shuts up. Annoying. Of course, my dogs are also annoying, so whatever. It doesn't bother me. It's just when I'm outside, I'm like, it's enough, you know? But koi are doing good. They're all munching at the top. They haven't eaten in a couple days. So I'm going to go get some food and get them fed up before it gets dark. And I brought all the plecos that were in that tank too, so I know one's a female. I'm gonna have to go through. I think there's like 7 male and 1 female, so I'm gonna keep the female inside, and I might drop 2 boys out here in each of them. I don't know. No room for plecos right now, but they were part of breaking the tank down, so we will find somewhere to go with them. So catch in the next one. Later.